Thank you very much, Honorable General Secretary Pan Ki-moon, and our gracious host, Ambassador Chae Young-jin, and all other ambassadors and ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly honored to be standing here in front of so many world leaders. And if I say I am not nervous, I'm lying. Today, I have some message. I have a vision that I have been thinking and saying and living daily for the last 40 years. We must have a vision. Vision is a source of inspiration for reconstructing our society into where everybody's happy with every breath of life. When Helen Keller was asked the question by a reporter, what could be more difficult life than living without sight? She replied, sight without vision. I have been studying martial art for 62 years. That's the only thing I did. So I don't have too much brain with punching and kicking. And I have been teaching members of the US Congress for 42 years. And I'm still teaching. Two reasons. Number one, I want to reciprocate what America had done for Korea during the Korean War. Second, I knew someday I may be standing here declaring some idea may not be fitting to the established social structures of the day. I think if it really make a sweet word only, I know I'm not going to change the word. Gotta be some contradiction. And so when that happens, I know US Congressman, White House friends is going to be testifying that Jhoon is not a bad guy. And so I like to first explain to you how martial art is philosophy. You know, how can punching and kicking is philosophy? It's really, to me, it was nonsense when I first started. Then when I was writing a column for Black Belt magazine about 35 years ago, they asked me to write a column justifying how martial art can be philosophy. So I really researched and come up with this idea. There are 7 physical qualities of a champion to become martial artist. In that matter, even any sports, because I consider sports are art. First, you must have a power, devastating power. Human champion must have knowledge. Our problem is education. We need new policy for our public education. Which hero of the American Revolution, before being executed by British as a spy, said, I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country? This question was asked to 25 6th graders in Boston, Massachusetts. Nobody knew except a Japanese boy who just immigrated from Japan. Raised the hand. 1776, Nathan Hale, sir. Boy, everybody was impressed. The teacher was embarrassed because none of American children knew it. Then he decided to ask a little more common question so that make sure one of American children can answer. There were another great hero at the Revolutionary War. Everybody was scared to fight the British, but those who heard this great American hero were ready to fight. The speech went as follows. Is life so dear or peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God, I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Who said that? Nobody knew except the same Japanese boy raised the hand. 1775, Patrick Henry, sir. Boy, everybody was so impressed. Place was very quiet until everybody heard, about 15 seconds later, damn Jap. Teacher screamed, who said that? Nobody knew except the same Japanese boy raised the hand. 1985, Lee Iacocca, sir. So the point of this story is, instead of blaming Japanese car importers, let us improve our public education policy. There's an old Korean saying that says, it takes a year to harvest a crop, 10 years to see the full beauty of a tree, and 50 years to make a person. I want you to know how we have 179 countries that practicing Taekwondo. When I first came to Washington, D.C. in 1962, opening first school, I wrote letters to every ambassadors from all over the world, telling them, if your children ever take my Taekwondo, they will making either at least be average and above straight A's, because if they don't make, they don't become black belt. And so, when they come after 3-4 years of mission, they asked me if I could share instructors. I didn't have enough. So I introduced every one of them to Taekwondo Association in Korea. That's how we have 179 countries participating, now 60 million Taekwondo practitioners around the world. And so I am very proud I am part of making that happen. And so we have schools in former Soviet Union, about 65 of them. I did about 11-day seminar, 18 hours a day. After that, 11th day, I had 15 hours question answer. I answered them all, including what's first, chicken or egg. When I answered that, they gave me a standing ovation. And then they all signed up unanimously. It's very impossible Japanese karate people signing up to Jhoon Rhee Taekwondo unanimously 100%. I'm going, in fact, May 25 to Moscow, 2 big shows and 3 speeches there. You must develop financial power as a businessman. Second, physical qualities of quickness. You have to be fast in punching and kicking to be champion. As a human champion, you must think fast. Business champion, you must aware of the quick changing market situations. Third, timing. Like Muhammad Ali, you must have a good timing in punching and kicking. And he doesn't kick, but Taekwondo, you have to kick. Now, a human champion must develop a sense of punctuality. And a business champion must develop a sense of on-time delivery, whether it's a product or services. Fourth, physical endurance. Human champion must develop a sense of perseverance. Business champion must be persistent. This subject, I can talk for 2 hours, but I will finish this just in 5 minutes because so much to cover. Number 5, you must develop a sense of balance. When you kick with the one leg, you have only one leg to stand. By the same token, you must be rational. You must depend on reason, never believe blindly. Marcus Cicero said, true law is right reason in agreement with nature, unchanging and everlasting. What is more divine in heaven and earth than human reason? It is a sin to alter this law, which means if you go blindly, anything you go, that means you are committing sin. And so, I like to say that material civilization has been advanced leaps and bounds the last 6,000 years of recorded human history.